Good evening, everybody, and welcome to Daemonum, that shining beacon of light in the heart of the underworld and city to free demons. And welcome to another episode of the stream here in Daemonum Arena. Good evening. Well, it's been a little bit since I last went into this, and when I last left off, we were storming the castle, or rather the wizard's tower, which kind of feels a bit more like a cathedral than a tower. Well, yikes. As it stands, we know that there's a couple of other wizards along with us for the ride, one of which being a Jotun, the other which being a Mersat. We don't know what this new wizard is going to be, but it seems to suggest that it's a human wizard? At the very least, that's what people are expecting. But I actually don't know for certain. I'm not sure precisely what we're coming up against, and that's kind of the whole point of Secrets of the Obscure. When it's come to literally every other expansion in the game, there has been something that you know about what's coming. You know that, for example, in Heart of Thorns, something is going to come at you from the Sylvari standpoint. You know that it's going to happen in Maguma. You know effectively what's coming at you. In Path of Fire, you learn pretty freaking quickly that, well, something seems to be going horrendously wrong with Balthazar. But on top of that, you're trying to track down the Elder Dragons. You're continuing this fight. It just kind of continues on and on until End of Dragons, where the cycle ends. And considering that that was the big overarching element of the story that we went through 4 expansions and 5 living worlds for, what happens next? And that's what Secrets of the Obscure is trying to cover. What happens after you've effectively gotten rid of one of the longest standing mystical realities of the world? Well, something else kind of steps in and takes the place of it. And that appears to be what's happening here. So far, I've gotten elements of Fae-kind. I've gotten elements of demons. I've gotten elements of, well, actually, to a point, alienism. There's definitely been some very bizarre occurrences, not to mention, I mean, like I've said, we now find ourselves allying with a Jotun and a Mersat, 2 factions of our world that have effectively been, at best, antagonistic towards humanity and the people that consort with them. So the Char, the Asura, the Sylvari, and the Norn. And really, by extension, a lot of the others like the Skrit, not the Crate, sorry. The Skrit, wow, now I'm blanking on a whole bunch of them. The Kodan. What others do we have in there? The Grawl. There are some Grawl that are friendly to humans. There's some ogres that are friendly to humans too, come to think of it. But yeah, there are definitely a few factions that have just kind of remained inimical to pretty much everybody else. And that includes the Jotun, the Mersat, and several other races that are still moving and shaking around the area of Guild Wars, like Centaurs, as a matter of fact. There are very few Centaurs that are friendly towards outside folks. And given some of the information that we get over the course of the game, it's not that shocking, considering they basically got backstabbed by everybody they trusted one by one. Though, it's still very interesting to point out that the Sylvari follow the teachings of a centaur, Ventari. it just so happens that we do actually see why the relationship between Centaurs and the Sylvari fell apart as well. And it just so happens to involve Kaith, and by extension, her friend who joins the Nightmare Court. The time of the Firstborn, the time of the First Awakened were very interesting times for the Sylvari and for everybody around them. But going on tangents like that doesn't get us into the game proper, and continuing forward and just what's waiting for us in this strange new world where we're dealing with demons and a lot of almost borderline extraterrestrial goings on. This has been kept away from us for, in game, I think between 5 and 10 years that these folks have been working. And we kind of learned that through the grapevine. We effectively learned that one of our friends and one of the original Destiny's Edge group, why am I blanking on her name now? Zoja. She winds up joining them. She joins them pretty much immediately after Heart of Thorns. So she's been with them for a good, 4 or 5 years? And yeah, there's definitely some interesting goings on, considering the fact that, like, people have been, the people that we're working with have been working in secret for ages, and we never knew. And on top of that, they were scouting us to join them at some point. Just a further bit of intrigue in the midst of all of this, but it seems like they chose not to tap us because reasons. But now we're kind of forcibly involved, so they kind of threw their hands up and went, well, here we go, I guess. We're gonna use your type of justice. Let's hope this doesn't blow up in our face. Speaking of blowing up in one's face, let's get to the game proper. Because we've got a mission ahead of us, and apparently it's a long mission. Or at least a longer one compared to some of the other stuff that I've been working with, according to somebody that was watching me last time. But good Lord, you know, one of these days I might actually try to think about, like, just how much is interlaced and interwoven together. I'm sure somebody out there has made a long-winded, I wouldn't necessarily say fully comprehensive, but I would say at least a long-winded timeline of major events in Guild Wars and Guild Wars 2 history. There's got to be a timeline out there. Alright. That having been said, what have I been missing? Not coins for pickup for starters, but what about the promotions? Is there anything that's tempting to throw money at? I mean, mount adoption licenses are always tempting. Y'all, why would you do this to me? I'll take some time for some major considerations, and that's not going to happen on screen, so toodles. In the meantime, we have the Wizard's Vaults. I get a reward just for logging in. Yippee. Oh. Actually, hold on. Oh. There are now legacy rewards. That's cool. Ooh, a Bless emote. Sanctified weapon skins, sanctified shoulder skin. A lot of sanctified stuff. Oh. And then there's 1200 enchanted out griffins. Oh, that's cute. Meanwhile, the actual astral rewards include a whole host of things that I could probably use, if I'm honest. Still, we begin. The Tower of Secrets, the Southern Wizard's Tower.
We need to make sure the southern wings are clear before we unlock the whole of Confluence. Zojja,
Hello, Mabon.
Urchik, and Gladium with me. We'll head east.
Chick.
We'll head to the west. Frode, you know.
Lear, Frode, Yuno.
Go with the group that needs
Dagda.
you the most, Commander.
Mabon, Zojja, Urchik, and Gladium go to the east. I think last time I was deciding to go west. Mysterious energy hovers in the air above a symbol affixed to the wall, crackling with powerful magic. You hear a faint, resonant hum from a room on the other side of the wall it's attached to. We are headed west. Alright, Lear. How about it, Commander? With us? I'll join you, Lear.
Lear, is your body ready for another fight so soon after rejoining?
Can't rest knowing our home is overrun by cryptids, can I? I'll be fine,
That doesn't look
Dagda.
good.
Haven't felt this good ahead of a fight in a long time.
Huh.
I'll quiet my worry.
Oh, that's not good. Here, have some fire.
That feels good.
Oh, even more not good. Did I just get pulled into...
Back me up.
Could you kindly not do that? Fighting on stairwell is not a good idea, is it?
Urge to kill rising.
Are we good? Ah, you know. What the heck? Man, this place is kind of involved, isn't it? Oh, look, more death. Oops.
That's a compliment. Urge to kill rising.
Man. Stop dodging and die already. Oh. That tree is on fire. Flames envelop this tree, and within them appears to be a mysterious energy powered by magic unlike any you've seen. The blistering heat prevents you from getting a closer look. After we clear the tower, I can find something that'll douse the flames. Huh. Interesting. Woo! Get out of the spicy zones. Don't stand in the fire. Oh, there's Cher.
They could have wrecked any other room.
I'll organize a search party to recover any stolen artifacts after the siege.
If they ain't my Lotus from Dashka,
We can get you another load.
Dashka.
do you know how
Lotus from
we get into
Dashka.
that crypt?
That's amazing.
All for a flower.
All for the flower. Scenario: enemy occupant of Amnitas. Response op designation Hapless Ladder. Sacrificial ambush stratagem in which enemies are allowed to occupy Amnitas via a staged surrender. Once occupied, all structures are scuttled on the surface of Tyria. Primary risk factors results in the complete destruction of Amnitas, the Astral Ward, and the Tyrian Impact Zone. Comment: no. And who came up with these names? Galrath. Hapless Ladder? Ew. And of course, I need to sit in Lear's chair, because it's Lear's chair. I must sit in it. Ooh, a journal. Oh dear. 11:27 AE. Dagda came by my quarters today in a dandy mood. Asked if I'd like to take a trip down to Tyria proper, something about an errand for Isgarin. Maybe it's because I haven't been back since the Ascension, but it took everything to hide my excitement. I couldn't explain it. So much of my former life is shrouded, just beyond reach. So why am I so giddy? Am I broken? Possessed? I should get checked out before we leave. Our journey began at a large monastery hewn inside a mountain, touted as the largest library and archive in Tyria. Yak crap, I said. We wandered its torchlit hall, shrouded in our altered forms. Dagda as an Asura, and me simply appearing as stone. In hindsight, had I known we'd run into another scalding dwarf, I might have tried something else. I don't think this Ogden bloke knew me, not that I'd know. Fortunately, Dagda got what she came for, and we hightailed it out of there. They were at the ministry. Didn't expect to run into destroyers, but the ruins are crawling with them. I had to split just to keep them off Dagda as she magically picked the door's quad-stoned rune lock. Emotion led them away on a wild goose chase while I warded the hallway to the door. Damn shame I didn't get to solve the rune puzzle myself. Logic. That's what you're upset about, you slag-brained nitwit? What about me and my well-being? I was nearly thrown into magma. Emotion. As I merged, Dagda and I descended slowly into a chasm of stars. At the bottom was a massive cavern, its walls glittering with the light of precious gems. There we found our prize. Sparks of Deldrimor floated above the cavern lake's opalescent waters. Dagda carried out her business as I watched a pair of shimmering cosmic fish circle one another in perfect sync. Ebb and flow, just like me. The bottom of the page is torn away. You wonder where the missing piece may be. Is it nearby? Is it nearby? Bit of torn page, eh? Huh. That makes me wonder, actually. Yeah, door machine. Destroyer egg. This looks identical to the machine in Ember Bay that the ancient dwarves used to keep the volcano from erupting. It hums and spins rhythmically, though what purpose it serves here remains unknown. I wonder if Leah remembers how this works. The destroyer egg has been meticulously placed in a delicate stand on the desk. It radiates intense heat from within, but does not move or stir. I know Primordus is gone, but I think I'll leave this alone. Weapon crates. These crates are filled with ancient dwarven weapons. They look to be hundreds of years old, and aside from a few flecks of rust and mildew, they look as strong as the day they were forged. That's quality craftsmanship. This appears to be a raven totem exactly like the ones in Biora Marches, though it does not respond to your touch and the ambient magic within appears muted. How did this get here? Trophy goblet. This golden goblet looks to be a few years old, and it's unremarkable save for the engraving on the inside, which reads, Lear, Norn Tossing Champion, 1320 AE. I'm not sure I want to know. This food tray contains a loaf of seeded bread and a triangle of very pungent cheese. It's been sitting out for some time and the food is lightly covered with mold. I'd better leave that alone. I'm curious though, where is that torn piece of letter? Huh. I wonder if that is somewhere around here. Kind of want to check before I move forward. Give me just a second. Maybe there isn't one for now. Wait. Okay, I misread egg as page and got excited for a second. I don't know. Seems kind of strange they would say maybe there's a torn page nearby, and then they're not have one, and they're not be one. Just seems bizarre to me. There's the crumpled paper, but that's the stratagem that we read. Oh dear. All right, all right. Ah. Oh boy.
Strong. That feels good.
More and more of these demons.
Iron Legion, put your best into it.
Blood Legion, see it done. Stop evading and die. Thank you. Oh God. Oh, I don't like the looks of that. That seems really bad, actually. Oh, no, you do not. Oh, I remember that move.
That feels good.
Balls. Champion Avatar of Envy. Oh God. I don't like you. I get the feeling is mutual though.
Out of my chambers!
Iron Legion, put your best into it.
Ugh. I don't like that.
To kill rising.
Throw everything I have at you, pal.
That feels good.
Ugh. Don't like the looks of that.
To kill rising. On the double.
Happy.
Very.
We've
There
little
we
time
go.
to celebrate. Let's join the others.
Ah, that's cleared up then. Good. I get the distinct impression that there's more to see around here. I think they're letting me get an eyeful. Another one of those mysterious things. Oh hey, the others are here. That's interesting. Oh, spy on you, leaving the mission area. Kind of ironic that they're doing that when our friends are just back there. Couldn't we have just walked that way? Hi, friends. What's up? Any particular reason you guys are just kind of sitting there? Regroup with the wizards of the Astral Ward. Mysterious energies on the other side of the wall.
I
East is
achieved
clear.
this. I'm an achiever.
As is the West.
That's just
Together,
clear.
we recite the unlit moon.
Without Isgarin?
Zosha.
Me? I couldn't.
What?
You must.
Oh.
We won't let the flow overwhelm you.
Oh.
I'm sure whatever terrors that still linger in these halls will come crawling the moment we begin. Stand ready.
Oh.
We sit underneath an unlit moon.
Water pools beneath our feet.
Alright, where are they coming from?
It
No
burns.
questions, no mistakes.
Miss
Just
Garen's
flawless
strength.
execution. Cryptus.
Uh,
What'll you fall for?
get over here. Damn right we will.
That's good.
Cry with me, siblings of nature.
Cry for me and the world I left behind.
Hi, Gladium.
Still rising. Lieutenant, take the field.
Pretty sure the lieutenant just saved my ass there.
Still rising. That went better than I expected.
We good? Clear.
From the golden lake of
We need
Janthir.
to take care of that
To the
thing.
1,000 bowls of tears in the
Oh,
hall. of
God.
doom.
Strong.
Oh, hi, you're big. You're big and I'm down. The Craven Avatar of Rage. Trying to explode.
Bad shape here. Iron Black Legion, see it done.
Would you stop it? Oh, that's it. Get over here.
Bad shape here.
Oh, the Avatar's dead. Oh, good God. Really? Last possible frickin' second, you had to decide to make my life a living hell. Thanks, game. Dick move, dick.
Back me up!
Ow.
Seriously.
Ow.
Iron Legion, put your best into it!
Well, that is in fact a lot of pain. Can you two, like, stop dodging and die? That'd be nice of you. Yeah, keep standing still. That helps me a lot.
Zojja, are you okay?
You did so well, little one.
I saw. What was that?
It could have been 1,000 things. We tapped into Tyria itself. That burn was the world looking back.
That doesn't sound good.
That's a lot to process.
Yeah.
Let us enter the Hall of Confluence.
Oh boy.
There's much to... I
Uh-oh.
don't know how much longer I can resist them. The whispers are... eager. My dear friends,
Mabon?
don't fret. We have survived the Elder Dragons, rogue gods. This world doesn't comprehend how resilient it is. The Cryptis won't be our end. They are vulnerable, ignorant. I only ask one thing of you. When the hour arrives, do not hesitate.
That was a bit cryptic. Even for you.
Yeah?
I suppose some Mersat habits lasted beyond my ascension. I can hear Iskaran. He's out there, somewhere, struggling. I need to go to him. We will meet soon.
Be safe, my friend.
We need to repair the astral translocator. We can't power our portal infrastructure without it. Our true home rests in the clouds above. Once our portals can access the flow again, we'll take you to the bastions. There are 6 bastion keys. The Astral Ward was able to hide some of them from the Cryptis, but they're not all accounted for. I need eyes everywhere until we've located them all. Check in with the others. The Hall of Confluence is a mess. We should tend to whatever needs doing before we depart.
Find and return bastion keys to reinitialize the tower. Ask allies if they have any other tasks. Oh. Balance, strength, knowledge. The natural, the obscure, the celestial. Dagda. I must be swift should Asgarian catch on to my plan before I'm able to depart. I've decided to leave this place. I've been here for 1,000 years too long, I think. My mind hurts and it yearns. For beings that know all, I don't know enough. Not about myself. Something bubbles beneath my flesh, swirling in the back of my mind that I can't quite reach. It crawls and bites. Last time Asgarian heard of my reservations, he asked if I wanted to die. It wasn't a hostile remark, but I rejected the notion that there isn't a path forward that doesn't involve moving to the next wave of existence. So I depart. I love no other more than I love you, my sister. You are the closest thing to a soulmate I need, but I've seen the cards and I know that you will find another. Just be patient. Find comfort in the fact that we're channeling the same stars. S. Signed, Waiting Sorrow.
The crypt has completely destroyed my workstation. Oh, what a mess. If you see any books or pages while you're looking around, can you bring them back to me? Navigational charts mostly, but also some personal stuff. So no reading, okay?
Okay. Totally gonna read. Yeah. Okay, Zoja, let's back up. And I decided to stay in the Citadel for a few nights after we cleaned shop in the southern Shiver Peaks. Ritlock is with the others in Amnoon, apparently, so no chance of crossing paths. Told me she needed to meet with another friend, which was starting to feel a bit suspect from which was starting to feel a bit suspect every other village. So I followed her. Maybe an invasion of privacy, but I don't know how to feel about what happened yet. They met just outside of Smokestead. He looked human from a distance, but I suddenly felt a pinch behind my left ear and sick to my stomach. Whatever spell he was using to conceal his identity was strong. The briefest flash of light, and then a Mersat. A living Mersat. I'd heard about what happened with Lazarus from a packed engineer in Lion's Arch, but here? I was ready to attack when he noticed my position. I tried to run, but my legs went numb. Urged me to remain calm and went straight into a lecture on personal security. I don't know if it was for me or for her. The Mersat hovered nearby and watched. Was he anxious? He gently put a hand on Yuno's shoulder and pushed her aside. He knelt by me and mumbled something I couldn't make out. Didn't sound like any native tongue I'm familiar with. I could feel my legs again. My weapon was just out of reach, but his voice was kind. He gave me his name and assured my safety. He already knew who I was. He seemed honored to meet me. That's the other thing. Just the sheer amount that they know about things is a little disconcerting. Dagda? We're cut off from our home until we can reconnect to the tower to our portal network. I'll go your efforts to repair the astral translocator. I could use help finding the keys. Do you have anything that could help? Isgarin has safeguards in place. If the tower is compromised, the keys magically return to safe places in the tower. The locations are mentioned in his book Divine Biomes. Would you like it? Sure, I could use the help. Divine Biomes. Clear.
In there?
There's something about being in this place that makes me uneasy.
The cryptids have that effect, it seems.
Why didn't Isgarin help protect us from the dragons? He was watching this whole time.
More important things, I suppose.
When was the last time you helped save a local farm from a group of bandits? Would you save them if, say, the champion of a dragon slept nearby? Would you go kill that instead? Isgarin is a complicated fella. And that's not to excuse his poor choices. He's far from perfect.
None of us are perfect.
He has a goal. He stays focused. And he's had the same one for a while.
Keeping Eparch away?
Aye. Something happened between the two of them back in the era of magic, before the gods came. He's been so focused on keeping the cryptids out that he often neglected those inside. We're atoning for that mistake now. We've got Eparch's lapdogs on Tyrion's stoop.
I'd save the farm.
And Isgarin would mourn the loss. You're similar in some ways, but very different in others.
Interesting. Missing fragment of Lear's journal. There it is. Dragnar's forge. I watched my Norn friend as she stood at the water's edge, holding some doodad I'd never seen before. Her eyes glowed and she began to recite some unfamiliar incantation. With a flick of her finger, she inserted the spark into the device, and for only a few moments, the world around me was changed. The forge was there. My people were there. It was snowing. Saw a dwarf standing before me, hands offering something. I rubbed my eyes to wake up and the vision was gone. My hands were wet. I was crying. A white spark had transmuted into a silvery mercurial form, trapped in a small prismed capsule. Dagda turned to me with a smile and beckoned to return to the Beacon of Ages. I wanted to ask her about what she'd done and for what purpose, but I wasn't about to stick my nose in Elder Wizard business. He'll tell me when the time is right, I'm sure. They took him back to the age that the dwarves became stone. He was being handed the means by which they transmogrified. Shit, that's heavy. Frode.
Still got cryptids crawling out of every cupboard. They're drawn to whatever pot of magic they can find. And we happen to be drowning in magical conduits. I've asked the wizards time and time again to keep our more powerful objects in a safer location. If you see any more, get rid of them.
Cryptic stragglers. Ah, okay. Urchik.
Do you need any help, Urchik?
Urchik.
Oh, oh my. If the commander is offering, Urchik needs to collect all of the misplaced artifacts. Could you come with Skrit to find them?
Anything you need.
Misplaced artifacts recovered. And from there, it's time to do some exploring, apparently, and to take on any stragglers. I don't like the sound of... Oh, hi, buddy! How you doing? Stop being invulnerable. Cheater. Oh, hey, Frode came with me. So did Urchik. Cool. So Frode and Urchik come along for the ride. That's nice. Foreign journal page. Yuno asked if I needed a ride to wherever I was headed, and I agreed to go with her. I don't usually do spontaneous these days, but I don't have anywhere better to be, do I? We stopped in Garanov first so she could meet with an old friend. I sat at the pier and watched the wizard's tower while I waited. What a marvel. I wonder what the gimmick is. When Yuno finished lunch, we sat there for a while and talked. She used to be a professor in the colleges, but she left after years and years of frustration with the system. Students set up for failure. Refusal to grow or expand. Sound familiar? She's lived along the outskirts of Divinity's Reach for some time, teaching statics to the locals. Anything to get technology in more hands. Humans are terrible at math. I like her. She doesn't remind me of Radasum, where there's plenty to miss. It just wasn't the same after Maguma. I'm not the same after Maguma. Yeah. Unfortunate, but true. Zoja did kind of get fucked over pretty royally. Ooh, hey, another thing to kill.
That fits good.
That's a misplaced artifact. Mysterious energy there. A shimmer of mysterious energy hovers over an empty slot in this bookcase. The books on either side of the empty space are titled Eternal Verities Unabridged and Excellent Spells for Novices. I think I need to find the book that belongs in this slot. Well, while we're here, we can grab this. Huh. Pretty. Glad I caught on to what I needed to do. Everyone loves wizards. Uh-huh. So many ways to take that statement. None of them are kind. My journal. I decided to leave. First decision I've made since waking up that brings me any sense of relief. Packed up my things and hit the road. Radasum eat Dulyak dung. Have fun cleaning up my closet. Just give me credit for anything you find in there. Of course they won't. I hitched a ride to Queensdale. Haven't been out here in a while. Hasn't changed a bit. Stayed in the same lodge Logan and I did every time we went to Lion's Arch. Smell is poignant. Meat and cedar. Lots of sweat. They just finished a boar hunt when I arrived, so the whole venue is celebrating. What are they celebrating, you may ask? If I had to guess, just being alive. Not being stomped out by an elder dragon. Being around happy people's refreshing. Loud, though. 2 years ago, I was sitting on my bed in the infirmary. Stared out the window all day, listening to the judgmental whispers outside my door. Now I'm sitting in a tavern. Glass full of juice. Ale doesn't agree with me these days. Joined by another Asura, actually. A lady named Yuno. I feel like I know that name, but I can't recall if we've ever crossed paths before. There's kind of a sadness to going through this place. I love that I'm using books as platforms, by the way. Is that a... No. Eternal Verities. Excellent spells for novices. Between ET and EV, or EX would be EV. Yeah, everybody loves wizards. The Bastion of Knowledge key. Well, I found that. Suppose I can go return this. And I have to carry all these manually back. That's gonna be fun. This was Bastion of Knowledge. Got one of the keys. You can, in fact, go through the center of that ring. Mr. Sparkles! Soldier's loyal Golden, Mr. Sparkles lies dormant and covered in a thick layer of dust. Although it looks to have been repaired since Maguma, it's completely powered down and inactive. Guess she hasn't had the need or the heart to turn it back on. Oh, there's a chart. And a letter. Soja, you're still adjusting to your new place in the strange new world, but I thought you could use a friend. I know the Maguma stirs too many memories, so I went and retrieved him for you. What was it called? Mr. Glitters? Mr. Sparkles? Your friend, Mabon. Oh, his heart's in the right place. Heir's memorial was a few weeks ago. I didn't go. Didn't want to. The invitation is still sitting at the bottom of the bin next to my cot. I looked at it again the other day. The note's handwriting hasn't improved. Logan tried to stop by the infirmary. He's on his feet again, I guess. I told Tomo that I didn't want visitors. Logan probably just wanted to talk about her. Air. He wrote not long ago. Didn't go to the memorial either, but I didn't write him back. I just don't want to talk to anyone right now. I don't want to see anyone. I want to be left alone. My vision is still fuzzy and I can barely lift myself out of bed anyway. All I want is to sleep and then sleep some more. Oh, Zoja. There's mourning and then there's languishing. Strategic scenario response proposal, rude virus. Okay. Scenario, possession enhanced intelligence gathering. Ugh. Response op designation, rude virus. Counterintelligence initiative allowing Cryptus possession of Astral Ward members to disseminate misinformation to enemy strategists and create tactically favorable combat scenarios. Primary risk factors, participation involuntary. Ineffective if subject has awareness of purposeful possession. Possible full Cryptus possession and or death of Ward subject. Comment. Risky and morally gray at best. Further research needed, as Garen. Really? Aging journal entry. I've been within the walls of Wizard's Tower for months now. Not all of my memories have returned since the ritual, and they likely won't, but the pit in my gut screams all night. I have little reprieve from what lies below the surface. Probably angry that I hid it all away. As Garen says that he holds no grudge, but he's still guarded with me, especially when it grows dark in the evenings. He usually crawls back to his chambers or resumes work elsewhere. I'd understand if he was always like this, though. All I can do now is try to be better than whoever I was before, but that might be a challenge based on what I've learned. I suppose as Garen wouldn't have gone along with the ritual if there was any lingering distrust between us, since it keeps us together for the foreseeable future. He could have also done it for personal gain. His world spire isn't complete after all, and he needed another pair of hands to work with the Shadow Stone. I wouldn't have been able to help him if I hadn't gone through with it. At least I'm making an impact. As Garen may be strange, but he's not bad. Nervous, maybe, and a little naive, but not evil. He did spare me that day, even though the Mersat gave him every reason to gut me before I could do the same to him. My people are cruel. What glimpses remain are disquieting, disgusting even. Torture, suffering, blood everywhere. What all did I do that I just can't see? All I've left of myself, my past self, that doesn't make me want to crumble into the abyss is her voice. I don't know who she is, but it might be the only flicker of anything that proves that I'm not inherently malevolent. They are out there in the realm of dreams, our home, our actual home. I see them sometimes when I slumber. Her voice sounds like ocean waves, even if her mask is just a golden sheen smeared at the back of my mind. Statue. The statue is a plaque engraved with the following. Deimos, felled by the pack commander. Never forget that Tyria has defenses of their own. We need not shoulder every burden. Scarin. Well, that's one way to send a message. Deimos. The statue is a plaque that reads, Samurag was not our destiny to correct, but that of another. We must keep our eyes on the obscure. The rest will correct itself. Is Garen. Seems like Asgaren was pretty single-minded. There's a mysterious energy there and I don't really want to deal with it. Mersat armor. This decorative bust displays the helm and pauldrons of a suit of Mersat armor that looks strikingly familiar. I wonder if this armor has any special significance for Mabon. Routine check on Mabon Market. It had been too long since I returned to Caledon to check on the state of the market. Ever since the birth of the Sylvari, I've monitored the area as closely as I could without interfering with nature, but I've had an urge to check in on their well-being. After Mordremoth, I needed to see how they were faring. It feels cruel that I hadn't checked in sooner. I didn't wear my face, as I promised to Asgaren, should he find this account, but these are some of the few non-astral ward that I've known my real name, and who I am, despite presenting as an especially kind-faced Char. And Ophelia's scream when I rounded the path made the venture out of Amnetus worth it. We only sat for a short while, watching travelers pass. Myrtle prepared us some fresh basil tea with just a pinch of buttermilk. I never tire of Tyrian cuisine. They were well, it seemed. Things in the grove had been uneasy since Mordremoth's rise and death. They were moving in a direction of peace. Some Sylvari have left the shadow of the pale tree in search of what's next. Others have lost faith, but even the Nightmare Court has calmed in the following years. Fewer attacks, at least. We recounted our first meeting that dreary day. Many of the Sylvari still lingered within the warm embrace of the grove, but Malby was curious about the world. Barely a few months old, and one of the few brave enough to not only venture into the wild, but live beyond the walls of their garden sanctuary. The market hadn't been established, but she called that little red bulb home. I was headed back from the jungle when I heard her scream. The crate had found her little sanctuary. I expelled the enemy, and poor Malby. Surely she didn't know what to do with me either. I'd never seen a Char before, as the ceasefire was still recent, and even if I sculpted that identity to be as warm as possible, having a large feline stand before her was frightening nonetheless. When I convinced her that I was no foe, her face lit up with joy. The same curiosity I attribute to all their kind. Lovely, beautiful creatures. My visit was cut short when I felt Scarin's pull at the back of my mind, beckoning me back to the wizard's tower. I held my friends for a long moment, then I left. It won't take as long to visit them next time. Mabon Market, yep. That is a hell of a tie back. I'll come back for the energy later. This is Zoja's room. Another chart. The first time I stood on the edge of Amnetis, I wanted to faint. Mabon and Yuno weren't far away, as if they expected just that to happen. A fortress in the sky, hovering above us this entire time. I have 1,000 questions, and Mabon's trying his best to keep up with each one. They call themselves the Astral Ward, and they're led by a small group of wizards. What is a wizard, exactly? It seemed a little archaic, but it all has something to do with the magic left behind by the seers. Especially powerful individuals can ascend through a taxing ritual if they're offered it. That ritual allows them to tap into the magical ecosystem of Tyria to an extent. Mabon is one of them, and there's another named Dagda. I've yet to meet Isgarin for myself. He's usually locked away in a library or the World Spire, but this place is a campus of magical development, education and research, a living archive of Tyria itself. There are Largos, Ogres, Asura, and Sylvari working together. Living together, alongside the wizards. They've been protecting us from alchemy, who knows what. Mabon asked if I wanted to join the Astral Ward, and I might say yes. What scientist would turn down the opportunity to crack the world open and peer inside? The scientist part of my brain is on fire. I have no intention of dousing the flame. That certainly sounds like Zoja, despite it all. That's another misplaced artifact. Ooh. Oh, shit. Combat. Contact. It's 2 down. There's something over here. Mounted aerial raid of Amnetis. Response op designation Glass Dragon. Rapid response to large-scale aerial raid by Cryptus-possessed winged mounts. Employs experimental weather control magical technology. Primary risk factors, indiscriminate targeting, also grounds and destroys allied aerial forces. Long-term effect on Tyrian weather patterns unclear. Comment, intriguing. Investigate current status of weather control technology and magic. Come to think of it, the Asura were researching something like that in their neck of the woods. Funny. take that. Strategic scenario, Cardinal Blue. Raid based on pinpoint assault tactics using portal technology in combination with fire-based magic and or weaponry. Primary risk factors, portal hiccup blowback resulting in friendly fire casualties. Comment, more testing in a controlled environment required. Leslie referring to that explosion as a hiccup is insensitive at best. Given the entire squad spent 6 weeks in the infirmary. Dagda. Sounds about right. Oh? Oh, there's another one. 4 out of 6, huh? Mysterious energy pulses of powerful magic unlike any you've seen before. Some sort of symbol is affixed to the wall with what looks to be text along the border of a seal. A riddle. The text on the symbol reads, when you have me, you want to share me, but when you share me, you no longer have me. What am I? Secret. Bastion of the Obscure. Oh, fine. Ooh, I like the music here. Two out of 6. I'm kidding when they said there was a lot to do in this mission. One more chart to find. All right. Oh, there's an enemy up here.
That feels good.
Down you go. I don't remember y'all coming in with us. Livia.
Livia? Is that you?
Oh, you. They'll let just about anyone in here, won't they?
You're in the Astral Ward? What happened to the Shining Blade?
I'm an honorary member. Didn't quite take to Wayfinder myself when Iskarin bestowed it on me. I am always a blade. We worked together over the years, Laban and I. He loves Divinity's Reach, especially fond of the food. Before you ask, I have eyes. I know that Mabon is a Mersat. It was not an easy bond to make. We can chat more of that later.
I miss the Salma district.
Yeah.
It's nice to see another friendly face up here.
I wish I wasn't. I don't like being off the ground too long, but things are especially sinister. The Bastions, as you'll soon learn, are struggling to keep the Cryptis at bay. Something is stirring in the clouds. I can feel it, gently brushing my skin. Dagda and Lear will be aiding us on the front. I wouldn't mind seeing your face in that crowd either.
It'll likely happen.
Strong.
Raven. Nothing hidden back here. And then where's you?
Strong.
That's interesting. Slowly but surely, we inexorably crawl towards the end of that particular requirement. 4 keys to find, a handful of enemies to beat the tar out of. On the west side, too. That's odd. Right, I need to put that tree out. It's one of the things I need to figure out. Oh God, you're big.
What are you?
It's dead. Grapevines. These vines look healthy and well cared for. The grapes aren't quite ready for harvest. When the time comes, it's clear they'll make an exceptional wine. See if I can find a bottle somewhere. Water bucket. Use it to put out the fire on the tree. Oops. Water bucket, get the key. Ooh, a chart. I thought those were just charts. Oh, I'm sure Lear's gonna love knowing that there was something in his room. Let's place artifact chest. Fashion of the natural. Radisum just isn't the same. I've been out of the infirmary for 2 months and nothing feels anywhere close to normal. Council's too scared to put me back on field work, and the colleges seem less than interested in having me teach. No talks, nothing. Past my prime, apparently. Send me straight to the retirement facility. I can't even work on Mr. Sparkles. He's scattered in pieces all over Maguma. I think I am too. Timey's come and gone. Managed to dodge her each time at least, but I guess she's somewhere down in the Ring of Fire with the commander. Bet she's having a blast. Part of me writhes with jealousy, perhaps anxiety. I'm eager to get back out there, but lingering fear at the end of those thoughts keeps me in place. I used to be stronger than this, but maybe I just never noticed my expiration date. So I was just dealing with a lot of fear and anxiety. Mosaic Wrath. Defensive counteroffensive deployment of magically charged sentient amalgamation requiring multiple raid summoners and stage coordination. Primary risk factors: magic consumption requires years or decades of siphoning. Defenselessness of multiple critical ward members. Comment: too much time, too much magic. Leaves us vulnerable, and I need every ounce of power Lear could muster. Absolute last resort. Dagda. Alright, let's get this key delivered then. Or That didn't take much. All right. Come to think of it, wait a minute. This feels a little familiar. Dagda's diary. Some days I can tolerate Isgaren's mental games, and others I cannot. Ever since Sorrow's sudden departure, my patience with him has lessened. I can't help but think that he pushed her away from us, but I must remind myself to breathe. Lear's presence has been a boon on this front. He's always there to cool my ever-boiling blood. After all, I'm now a leader of this place. I need to, per Lear's encouragement, behave. Some of the newer recruits are unsettled by our appearances. Lear usually gets a delighted response given that he isn't made of stone, but Isgaren, Mabon, and I are usually met with fear. Mabon chose to hide his wings to lessen the dire presence of a Mersat, and Isgaren has taken on a blue complexion, hoping that he may be mistaken for a Jinn, but Why is it that the presence of a Jotun, and a woman at that, is so shocking? I realize that my people are different now than they were when I was rescued those many years ago, but for Isgaren to ask me to hide myself? To change myself? No. I could have killed him on the spot, but I knew I'd be dead before the thought finished. Or worse. Days like today make me want to drop everything and find her, waiting Sorrow. I should be angry. But she was always a warm voice in the swirling, terrifying expanse of the cosmos. I realized she broke about every rule in the book by leaving with her powers intact, but I'll always wonder why. I'll always miss her. She left with her Oh. Is that so? Another bit of mysterious energy. Another one of the keys. This is the segment that we wound up running through. Would you kindly sit still and take your lumps? Oh boy, get ready, here we go again.
Smells better in here already. Good work, Wayfinder.
Alright, we got that.
Aurene, if you could see this place.
Yeah, no kidding.
Aurene. Is
Paper.
that the prismatic dragon? Or whatever you people call her?
How did you... Yes, she is. One of my dearest companions.
She is not dead. And yet you mourn.
She may as well be.
She's sleeping. And we're not sure when she's going to wake up. It could be 1,000 years.
That makes you sad. Not knowing.
Sad in that I don't know when our next meeting will be. But I don't think that was it. I'll see her again. I know it.
Not bad scenery up here. You'll get used to the draft, though I should have packed an extra shawl. So what happened in Or? If you're asking whether or not I knew about Mabon, I did. But his existence did not change my path against Lazarus. In many ways, he was the last of those monsters. Mabon was not one of them. How long have you known Mabon, then? A while. As Garen helped me retrieve the scepter from a group of bandits 100 years back. Neither of us wanted it in the wrong hands. They hid Mabon's identity until they could trust me. So you knew even at the reliquary? Yes, I did. I think back to that first interaction often, and I'm grateful he forgave me for the things that were said. Knives that were thrown. We've both had to adjust to the situation. Didn't go too well? No, but I eventually listened. He's not like the others. He was just as afraid when Lazarus turned up alive. They knew of each other, back when the little war between the Seers and Rasat started. They knew each other? Not my story to tell, but yes. The tale even predates myself by a few thousand years. Mabon learned from his mistakes, and there's a lot about Tyria that we don't know. I wish we knew more of the Rasat. It's ominous. Even for you. I don't think we have anything to worry about. Find solace in that. Lazarus is dead. The White Mantle are few and far between. If any more live, well, they have no interest in Tyrian games. I have a lot to think about. This was balance. Strength and celestial. Should clear on opposite sides of the map. You know, as is typical. Mysterious energy ripples over a symbol affixed to the base of the statue. An inscription on the statue reads, "Only those the strongest of wills are rewarded with the key to their destiny." Examining the inscription in more detail, you see the word "strongest of wills" highlighted with a slight glow of energy. Something turns your stomach if you focus too long on them. I don't have the key. Action of strength. Good enough to get caught in a corner. Again. The globe shows a series of constellations and is a glowing hole around which are four smaller nodes. The nodes appear as though they can be interacted with. What? Mysterious energy crackles over a symbol affixed to the tower. A constellation of glowing orbs hovers within the energy. Wait a minute. We first begin to ask ourselves about the grand mysteries of the astral planes, recognize the immediacy that we are no longer speaking about the physical world, although to the denizens of these biomes they are as natural as the great stand of trees that lies in the heart of the forest are to us. Key distinction between the biomes is the astral world and those of our own mundane one can oftentimes be obscure and flummox even the most logical of minds. We can compare it to the act of seeing a world behind the one we know, as though it's hiding from those who seek to ascend to new heights. To really understand the subject at hand, just recognize place in the great cosmic order. If we hope to find our place in the celestial order, we must begin at the bottom, like the firm foundation of a great tower stretching skyward. Our next goal should be to seek balance. Start from the bottom. Should plant ourselves in a place from which one can see both perspectives equally. We will need to attain an investiture of strength to stand firm against many forces, but align against such efforts, looking to those who have led the way to guide our steps. There are those who have become paragons of their kind. From them we learn how to be resolute. Finally, as it is ultimately knowledge that we seek, we must immerse ourselves in the guiding words of those that have come before us. The wit and wisdom of our forebears travel through time from the past, captured in ink on the page to our present moment. Hmm. Hmm. Oops. That's not what I wanted to click. Also, crap. That might have messed something up. Oops. That was a misclick. Technical difficulties. Hmm. Oh, is there a checkpoint? I hope there's a checkpoint. Would you like to continue? It did say continue, but also...
We need to repair the astral translocator.
Yeah.
We can't power our portal infrastructure without it. Our true home rests in the clouds above. Once our portals can access the flow again, we'll take you to the bastions. There are 6 bastion keys. The Astral Ward was able to hide some of them from the Cryptus, but they're not all accounted for. I need eyes everywhere until we've located them all. Check in with the others. The Hall of Confluence is a mess. We should tend to whatever needs doing before we depart.
Hanging in there?
There's something about being in this place that makes me uneasy.
Oh, do I have to redo all those?
Cryptis have that effect.
I might have to redo all those. Hell.
Why didn't Iskarin help protect us from the dragons? He was watching this whole time.
When was the last time you helped save a local farm from a group of bandits? Would you
Yeah, I've heard that.
The champion of a dragon slept nearby? Would you go kill that instead? Iskarin is a complicated fellow. And that's not to excuse his poor choices. He's far from perfect. When he has a goal, he stays focused. And he's had the same one for a while.
Keeping Eparch away?
Aye. Something happened between the two of them back in the era of magic, before the gods came. He's been so focused on keeping the Cryptis out that he often neglected those inside. We're atoning for that mistake now. We've got Eparch's lapdogs on Tyrion's stoop.
I'd save the farm.
And
Eliminate the loss.
You're
Similar in some ways, but very different in others.
Very different in others.
The Cryptus completely destroyed my workstation. Oh, what a mess. If you see any books or pages while you're looking around, can you bring them back to me? Navigational charts mostly, but also some personal stuff. So no reading, okay?
There's a confidential report number 2 that I didn't find.
Still got Cryptis crawling out of every cupboard. They're drawn to whatever pot of magic they can find. we happen to be drowning in magical conduits. I've asked the wizards time and time again to keep our more powerful objects in a safer location. If you see any more, get rid of them.
Do you need any help, Urchik?
Oh, oh my. If the commander is offering, Urchik needs to collect all of the misplaced artifacts. Could you come with Skrit to find them?
Anything you need.
Follow me. Yeah, I gotta redo these now. At least now I know where most of the stuff is, so. Has there been one here too? Weird. Give me it. You have to carry that by hand? Come on. Huh. At least with the keys, I don't have to do that. And this was knowledge. Knowledge. Side of that, that's me, Livia.
Livia? Is that you?
Oh, you.
Me.
They'll let just about anyone in here, won't they?
They will.
You're in the Astral Ward? What happened to the Shining Blade?
I'm an honorary member. Didn't quite take to Wavering myself when Iskarin bestowed it on me. I am always a blade. We worked together over the years, Laban and I. He loves Divinity's Reach, especially fond of the food. Before you ask, I have eyes. I know that Mabon is a Mersat. It was not an easy bond to make. We can chat more of that later.
I miss the Salma district. It's nice to see another friendly face up here.
I wish I wasn't. I don't like being off the ground too long. But things are especially sinister. The Bastions are struggling to keep the Cryptis at bay. Something is
Very nice.
stirring in the clouds. I can feel it, gently brushing my skin. Dagda and Lear will be aiding us on the front. I wouldn't mind seeing your face in that crowd either.
Near Zoja's room.
Strong.
Don't go away, Matt. Just go away. Oh, you're an angry thing. Seems strange there's no connecting piece to that. Oops. All right.
Strong.
Then
Strong.
hi, Archie, thanks for joining. Navigational chart. Huh. Well, a Choya. Cardinal Blue, I think I've already done, yeah.
Ready to kill rising.
Where is this place of which they speak? That's a navigational chart. Grab that while I can. It said next to Zoja's room. That's a nav chart. One of these rooms? Aha. There we go. Tower Snoop. Cold Frame. Defensive structural redistribution of spire platforms in response to concentrated magic energy, explosives, or other unknown aerial weapon bombardments. Primary risk factors. Fine control of structures requires a staggering magical resource, or total structural retrofit of prototype technology still in R&D phase. What does this gain us that a magic-based barrier wouldn't? Mabon. Fair point.
What are you for?
The obscure, a letter, a nav chart. One more nav chart to get. I think is in here. Oh, also we have a friend in here.
Nice. Very nice.
Mysterious energy, journal, skull armor, closer touch. Come on. I haven't done something dumber for hero points in the past. Thank you. Fashion of the Obscure key.
That's good.
There's a nav chart I'm forgetting. I'm trying to recall where it is. I thought about prior. I think it's actually on the west side, after all. Obscure. Fashion of Strength key. There you are. Got all the nav charts again. Need the water bucket to put out the tree.
Iron Legion, put your best into it.
Easy does it. Good.
This. This was nature that I brought back. Yep, because the only one I have left is the Celestial, and that's where I left off. Being confused. Hello, but that's diary. I think there's a couple of things I'm missing actually.
That looks good.
Smells better in here already. Good work, Wayfinder.
Barrel Rider. Alright, one more of those and I'm out. Where was that last one? It's supposed to be in here somewhere. Not here. There. Almost missed you. Ta-da! From there.
Listen to me. If you keep pushing, they will shove you out. They're gaining strength by the minute.
What?
Patha?
They've already reclaimed the Wizard of the Celestials.
Your concern is touching, Patha.
Oh!
There are still worms in the dirt beneath their feet. Be patient. We are not in a rush.
That's new.
Hopefully, they aren't prepared when the tide turns.
Exactly why. That was easy. This time around.
Aurene, if you could see this place.
Aurene, is that the prismatic dragon? Or whatever you people call her?
How did you... Yes, she is. One of my dearest companions.
She is not dead. And yet you mourn.
She's sleeping. And we're not sure when she's going to wake up. It could be 1,000 years.
That makes you sad. Not knowing.
Sad in that I don't know when our next meeting will be. But I don't think that was it. I'll see her again. I know it.
Good work, Commander. I appreciate your Efficiency.
See?
With the Astral Translocator back up and running, we're ready to move.
I don't know what awaits us among the bastions, but we must move forward, Mabon or no.
With a Wayfinder on our side, it'll be a fun fight.
Who's the Wayfinder?
You.
You have proven loyal enough for now.
I'm honored. You barely know me.
And you've still time to disappoint us.
Of course, don't we all?
Let us finish our preparations. We will retake the bastions and push for the Spire.
Well, at least I figured that out. Tale of adventure. And master point. Exit to Wizard's Tower. Now. Oh, this is a new place entirely. Let me guess, the inside of the Wizard's Tower looks vastly different from the outside. Archivist Ikur, meet with your allies in Wizard's Court. Oh. Well. This place is pretty. Wayfinder, I've been wanting to speak with you regarding the relics you helped Urchik recover in the Wizard's Tower. Come find me on the lower level of the Wizard's Tower by the central staircase if you want to learn more about them and know they might be able to help you grow in power. Archivist Ikur. There's will-o-wisps, there's sparks, there's dust mites. A whole bunch of lesser elementals just kind of float around this area like they own the place. Records of the deaths of the Elder Dragons. Huh. Marvelous. Note to the reader, this is a living record of the Elder Dragons, their deaths, and how their fall has impacted the Tyrian ecosystem. Per standards and regulations, this is only intended to observe the effects of their falling, while remaining factual about the cause. Signed A. Gray III, lead dracologist. Forward. The overall effects of the dragons and their deaths has been as unexpected and perplexing as it is concerning. Until recently, we had suspected the dragons were plagued by some sort of corruption, such as the Dragon Void. But it wasn't apparent until the death of Kralkatorrik and the eventual death of the Elder Mother Suwan, and Isgaren remained respectfully distant from one another. Oh, sorry. And the eventual death of the Elder Mother. Suwan and Isgaren remained respectfully distant from one another, as Suwan sought to protect Tyria proper, while Isgaren took to the sky and the mists beyond. The most notable change in the ecosystem was the swelling of the ley lines in the Maguma jungle. This may have been due to the temporary imbalance caused by Zaitan's fall, but these surges were instrumental in the rise of the jungle dragon, also listed as the Beast of the Coppice in certain archives. The brewing ecological disaster was made all the worse when Scarlet Briar redirected some of those already unstable ley lines straight to Mordremoth's refuge. Some of these lines crossed into the boundaries of the Horn even, where Amnetus has been settled since Mother's fall. These lines had behaved as expected, although some fluctuations were noted in the spire before its fracturing, triggered by the blast of magical energies immediately following Suwon's death. Stability was gained again once Aurene, the prismatic dragon, took over as the filter moments later. The result of the spire's fracturing was catastrophic, however, allowing Cryptus and other sentients from farther realms to intrude. This research is ongoing. Escalations would continue with Mordremoth's death, then Kralkatorrik's. Research is still being done on the overall effects of Primordus and Yormag's more recent blight, but strange activities were noted all along the greater Shiver Peaks. Pockets of thicker magic have begun swelling in most regions, causing more magically attuned births and other ecological effects. Some witnesses have reported enhanced agricultural effects, lands impacted by Zytan being a pleasant surprise, while others, especially in areas impacted by Kralkatorrik and Yormag, have reported a steep decline in feasible land use. All research is now pivoting to the rise of Aurene and her living champions. The prismatic dragon is now sleeping, and despite rising tensions with threats from the mists, the overall ecosystem seems to be calming once again. That is some interesting background information. Outer Sanctorum. Can't go through there. The Outer Ring.
Wayfinder.
Doctor. 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 Oh, no, draft generator. Under construction. Oh, Corrigan! Welcome on in. Hey, everybody. You were playing Smite, huh? How's that going? Hope you had some good rounds. In the meantime, welcome to Daemonum, that shining beacon of light in the heart of the other world and city to free demons. Play some Dead by Daylight. Dead by Daylight? Huh. Interesting. Something must have bugged out there then. Either way, as I was saying, welcome to Daemonum, that shining beacon of light in the heart of the underworld and city to free demons. I am Kael Elahi, and I am a variety streamer who tends to play action-adventure RPGs, well, as you can see here. Sometimes platforms, sometimes shooters. I tend to be more cooperative over competitive. I certainly hope you enjoy your time here, visitors, and if you happen to enjoy your time, feel free to become denizens by hitting that follow button. Lion's Arch Connector. Ooh. Then what's under construction? I have considered looking into Dead by Daylight, but I'm not sure if it's particularly my cup of tea, because it seems a bit more competitive than my typical fare. Amnetus. So there's 3 connectors. One's to Lion's Arch, one's to Amnetus. And the third is to question mark. Huh, wonder what that is. It is competitive until you get bored. Deal with the fact that I was playing Smite. Ah, I see. So, my dear friend who raided me here, once again, thank you for sharing your community with me, is getting hazed by a friend, I see. All in good fun. But yes, I am going through Secrets of the Obscure, the latest expansion for Guild Wars 2. And oh boy, does it have a lot of confounding information in it. Hellbent on having to play Dead by Daylight. I mean, it's fun to watch. I will say that. It's very fun to watch. I just don't know if I could play it. Oh.
I can feel them. Your relics.
Oh. The Archivist is Nogur.
The highest ranking Archivist in the Astral Ward. I've been looking for a globetrotter like yourself.
Uh-huh.
I'm happy
to... and sigils have always been a capstone of the magic ecosystem, granting power to charlatan and sorcerer alike. But their powers are quite dormant compared to our relics. I believe they are broken pieces of very old runes. Very, very old. When the Dragon Cycle ended, not only did the Spire hiccup, Many of our spells and magics reverted to an archaic state. These fascinating and magnificent objects included.
Have you come seeking the knowledge I possess about the relics you carry? Or perhaps you'd like to browse my collection of recipes? This guy's a bit eager. Tell me the recipes you gathered. Relic of the Fractal and Relic of the Astral Ward. Signet of Astral Ward of using a Signet skill. Using a Signet skill of this Signet is active, consumes it to remove conditions from nearby allies and grant them resistance. Or the Fractal. When you inflict bleeding on an enemy with 6 or more stacks of bleeding, also inflict burning and torment. Oh my god. Ow. Dude, that's kind of fucked up. Just like, oh, hey, you're bleeding out? Well, be on fire and cursed while you're at it. Can I use updraft generators? I don't even remember at this point. Certainly a lot of verticality to this place yet again. This place is also flippin' enormous. Welcome to the Wizard's Tower. Ball. Calibrate. Oh. Huh. Imagine that. There was a thing here. Why is there a thing here? Ah, there's another one over here. Why am I playing Calibrate the Ball Towers? I'm confused. There's apparently a point right there. How are you meant to get to it? Oh god. There's more up. Who'd have thought? Lear's quarters. Mabon's quarters. Thing down there. Hi, friend. Bye, friend. I've been here before. But not all the way up here. The Wizard's Court. Oh, this place is labyrinthine. But enough talk. How about you? Oh no. I don't have enough space to mount. Of course I don't. Wizard's Folly. Wait a minute. Hold on. Oh god, Snargle Goldclaw. Wait. This is his Garen's quarters. He has a book by Snargle Goldclaw under his bed. Oh god. A thick layer of dust covers a strange tube-like object on the table before you. You can make out unfamiliar symbols on it, but you aren't sure what it is or says. You want to pick it up? Knowledge of the Elders. Seer artifact. Seemingly ancient item, though not much can be discerned from it. There's symbols across the surface. Perhaps someone who studied the seers could help. Purchase a system of knowledge from faction provisioner at the Bastion of Knowledge. Spark of Knowledge. Assistant closing the tentacle rift in the Bastion. Defeat the boss in the Hall of Secrets. Defeat the boss in the Bastion of Knowledge Library. Stop the massive cryptus at the top of the world spire. And take the artifact of someone knowledgeable about seers. There are some other things here. Obtain greater understanding. Defeat Tequatl the Sunless, the Claw of Yormag, and the Shatterer in Central Tyria. I've taken on Tequatl the Sunless, the Claw of Yormag. I don't remember where the Shatterer is. Weathered letter from Boss. Is Garen. Well, Sorrow and I are headed to Or, and others are still below. I decided that you need a new companion. I'm calling her Mingu. Don't fret. Dagda crafted her from the very essence of the cosmos. She only needs to be fed once a century. V. No, she's been getting fed. Oh, is that Mingu? Aw, look at you, cutie. Wizard's Folly by Snargle Goldclaw. Oh dear. For those of you not in the know, Snargle Goldclaw is a well, to put it in as kindly a fashion as I can think to put it, he's a fan fiction writer. If I recall correctly, the first book he wrote was shipping two living members of the world together, and they're not exactly unknown people. They're basically like top of the order for humans and Char, respectively. And this writer shipped the two of them together in his writing.
One more thing from my list of accomplishments.
The secrets. Calibration. Calibration. Calibration.
I achieve things. I'm an achiever.
Flashing into focus. Activate all the hidden symbols in the wizard's tower within the time limit. Nobody knows who put them there, but everyone agreed it was better to leave them alone. And yet, here we are. I have no idea what that did, but it did something apparently. Refugee clinic.
You all right? He was right there. I should.
Ooh. Skyscale stables. Funny that they've been getting their hands on those lately. All right then. Can I do these? Oh, I can. Huh. They say there's something more to this place. Spot underneath. Huh. That's one way to reset the map. Oh, right, yes. Imperium Plaza. Oh, Mystic Forge. Oh, wow. They have a Mystic Forge here. Holy shit. Hey. Professor Caudicus's mask. Interesting. I'm not sure what you're gonna get out of that, though.
Spend most of my days studying time and balance. Returning to my roots. Molten cat.
Oh.
Calms my soul.
Legendary crafter. Oh, that's a lot of heavy stuff. Ooh, 50 essences of luck. That's a lot of luck. Holy shit. Huh. Wizard's trial race. Aha. What's this? Wizard's trial. There's a down, and I don't know where it is. This place seems familiar. Roller beetle. That's up. Whee. Astral Ward Barracks. Oh, this is Jade. That's no Awakened Merchant. Hey there, welcome on in. Pack Commander Reconnaissance Log, 1330 AE, initial dispatch to Amnoon. Word quickly spread the Pack Commander was approaching Alona via airship. Logical, docking near the last semi-free commerce hub in the area. May this deployment not last long. The Ward only supplied me with so many of these Joko statues to sell. Saw your Twitch link in a public bathroom, huh? Yeah, cool. Interesting. I'm not sure why people would take all the time to write that down. Update. Contact established with Target. Seemed very uninterested in my wares, but seems eager to continue their journey into the desert. We'll keep an eye out and report back if anything goes against our expectations. No, wasn't me. Update. Target's has taken down the road god Balthazar. Worth continued observation. This event feels like an escalation to future conflicts, requesting extended deployment to continue the mission. Target spotted in domain of Korna. Presumed quarry is Palawa Joko. Not sure how I should feel about this, but his garrison protection will protect me from anything that's getting closer to the Lich may throw at me. Target last reported to be on an island deep in the middle of the Sea of Sorrows. Maintaining contact with proxies on the ground in an area people are calling Dragonfall. After the destruction of Krakatork, I've received word the target has been invited to a party in the far north, the Charred Blood Legion's homelands, requesting permission to travel for closer observation. Contact established with target, similar behavior, no signs of being interested in my wares, but I don't think they suspect anything proceeding as assigned. Interesting. So this guy has been watching us that whole time. Funny.
Everything was damp and warm. Her voice was so piercing. My head is
A book. Special Ward Mage.
You don't have to talk about it if you're not ready.
What else can I find? There's that, but how do I reach it? Oh, hey, Tengu. Cute.
An absolute mystery, these relics. Imagine a window into the magic.
Oh, he will go forever if you let him. An intriguing object. Small object in pedestal thrums with strange energy. You blink and are surprised to see your hand outstretched to grab it. A tiny, elegant placard just in front of it reads, "Do not touch."
Is the sign not bold enough?
No. No, it's not.
Thoughts, dancing, the last to enter feared loss.
Is this loss? Welcome to the vault, Wayfinder. Please be mindful of the artifacts that surround us. Only a few will play your mind simply for making contact, but I don't think that's a risk you want to take. What is this place? The Wizard's personal vault, and I am its caretaker. Please, what can I enlighten you on? We may be at war with the Cryptus, but I'm always eager to educate a curious mind on our work here. Where did you get these objects? From all over Tyria. Most if not all of these objects are older than you and me. Those originating from the glory days of Ore are my most treasured. Glimpses into the past. Interesting. I was told something about rewards. Did you need help with anything? Ah, yes. Now that we've an asset as curious as you, and one who's able to easily navigate civilian Tyria, we're most interested in trading your knowledge for, well, some of ours. I'm listening. Whichever tasks you choose to pursue are very much up to you. Should your efforts turn fruitful, I'd be willing to share some of our spoils. We have a number of artifacts I've been willing to part with. Color me interested. What about you? How did you join the Ward? I was in the Priory for a long while. The Wizard's Tower had always fascinated us, but it frustrated me that we couldn't know more. We knew that something operated in Tyria's shadow, but what? Hold up. The Priory knows about all of this? On the whole, they suspect. I imagine someone in that organization knows the whole truth, but they've worked with Isgarin to shut down the whispers. I eventually decided to find out myself. How did you find out? Narcisse, I believe you've met, was a former Archon. She and I shared curiosities, so when she went off on some grand adventure, I followed. Wait, was it that easy? In a way, yes, but I imagine no one learns of this place and its secrets and maintains that knowledge without someone's permission. Had Isgarin not thought me an ally, I'd be in the Priory Archives. Fair point. Construct of Galdra. I don't really know where the entry points are for some of those things, though. So I'm not quite sure where. Gets me up here. A Hall of Gallantry. Oh, strike missions. Okay. Get that. Shard collector. I don't have any of those. Ah, because I've been getting blue prophet shards. Rift Hunter Lounge. Convergences. Convergence portal gleams and Nyos beckons. Do you wish to cross through the veil and attempt to close an unstable Cryptus rift? Weird. Rift Hunters serve as Garen, the other wizards, and the Astral Ward, but it's our honor to work alongside you, Wayfinder. If you have any questions I can answer about Rift Hunters, probably later. That's a lot of stuff to listen to. There's a waypoint above. There's an entry point here.
Have you seen them yet? The commander almost put us out of work.
Yes, actually. The Wayfinder is just over there. So perhaps mind your tone.
You didn't inform me a moment sooner? This is going to get back to Frode.
Commander! Hello! If you'd like to discuss the effects of the dragon cycles, Monteria,
For us.
I am that person. While we generally avoided interfering with the flow of nature, the ward used many resources to study the dragons. Oh boy. Huh. Cute. You're sitting right there the whole time. Okay, fine. That is a portal to the Beacon of Ages. Huh. I need to speak with the others in the Wizard's Court. Ah. Seasons are never truly gone here, are they? Up we go another layer. Huh. Training platform. At this level, it looks like most of the things, a few exceptions.
I don't know if this brings me ease or...
Memories gaze. This is one of those ones that's underground somehow. Weird.
How was the resupply at Moon Camp?
Started off fine. We decided to take a detour into the village outside the city.
After that, go this way. So it's back on the upper echelon again. The reliquary. Oh, yeah, there's Livia. Oh, pretty. The war room is where you would think that we'd be meeting to have conversation about this, but nope. They are further up. Ah. There's a way. Dagda's quarters. Hello, Dagda. That... Oh. That's a lot of scrolls. That's a lot of scrolls. There's a point of interest above. And our friends are up here.
Over here.
I agree with Lear. I thought they'd be... taller.
Oh.
Hold your knife still. This is the Wayfinder?
Who? Oh, right. Still getting used to that.
This is Zizzle and Galrath, representatives from the Bastion of the Obscure and the Bastion of the Natural.
Think of the bastions like, the Asuran colleges, but subtract the fraternizing and studying and replace that with fieldwork.
We specialize in and observe the various magical ecosystems that sustain Tyria.
Mabon was spotted in the Bastion of Knowledge. He was...
not well, and unable to hold out much longer. Wayfinder, we will need your aid when we locate him.
What do you think he's doing?
hiding, for all our sakes.
While they continue to search, Rian could use you at the Bastions. You can go now.
I'll make my preparations and head out.
Now, what were we gossiping about?
Oh, jeez. Anitas is something else. I wish you were seeing it in better circumstances. It's an academic's dream, a hub of research and magic without judgment and nonsense bureaucracy. Oh yeah? I'm excited to see. If Radisum lost a quarter of the ego and adopted Lear's ethical practices, the things they do. But now I'm rambling. Frode can fill you in on how the front lines are looking. I'll check in with him. Welcome, Wayfinder. Anything you needed from me? I'm fine. Just getting to know everyone. Okay. Thanks. I hear you've been doing a stunning job, Wayfinder. We needed a little more excitement up here. Glad to help. A lot of faces and names to internalize. Mine should be an easy one to remember, darling. And that's Zisselis and Sissel if you needed a hand. Thanks. How did you come across the ward, anyway? As we all do, by complete happenstance. I'd always been a connoisseur of the chemical craft, so much so that I accidentally neglected an attack party approaching my village. Thankfully, nobody died. Oh my, sounds dangerous. I was banished by my Kana. Nonetheless, it proved just fine, as the ward recruited me shortly thereafter. I'd set up shop near Rion's camp, and my potions are just too effective. They didn't hesitate. Sounds like you're a real boon to them. As are you. This place is a little less stuffy with another beau ideal in the mix. Oh, and don't let Galrath ruin the mood. He may sound sharp, but he's a puddle of affection when you crack that shell. Thanks, Sizzle. Amnetus is a scary place to be compromised. How much have you learned of it in your time here? I'd love to know more. Amnetus is... where to start? It's a hub of research. Each of the 6 bastions represents a different subset of Tyrian magic. Nature, the cosmos, balance, battle magic, knowledge, and the obscure. Fascinating. Each wizard runs one of these bastions, depending on their own prowess, though quite a few of them have been without leadership for centuries, as Garen doesn't often ascend anyone these days. Amnetus has a lot of history, then. It's a place worth protecting. Under Cryptus attack, it's dangerous. Ancient relics, stored magic. We need to push back as hard as we can before they open the wrong door or take out the spire. The spire being as Garen's barrier between us and the mists? Yes. We may be able to repair any damage done, but there's no rebuilding it. Especially not if we lose this Garen, too. We're holding the line at the Bastion of Strength. Better make my way up there, then. Oh, dear. Oh, yeah, waypoint. A waypoint to, a Vista. With a grown Skyscale just lounging there. Alright then. Right, the portal to Amnetus. Which isn't the Bastion of Ages. Inner Nyos. Amnetus. Skywatch Archipelago. Draknar's Light. Oh, we're in the northern Wizard's Tower. So that portal goes back to the southern Wizard's Tower. Okay. This place is dense. This place is quite dense. Supposedly 2 points of interest that I have yet to find, and a vista. But for the life of me, I have no idea where. So let's see, 1 point of interest coming up. And there's no extra vista symbol. Weird. Well, on to the next map, I suppose. Amnetus. I wonder if this is going to be one of those maps that's always under attack. I mean, I suppose technically the last one we were in was too. Just a whole bunch of events and a meta on the map, so probably going to be similar. Yep. As we walk in and like, use the heart to close rifts. Yep. This is going to be a map that's constantly in flux. Again, we've got down and we've got up.
Got various camps and medical teams set up throughout the islands. Might give you a bit of refuge.
Provided you can find them. The underways. Bastion Mare. Huh. Interesting. Oh, there's a point of interest in there. Or a mastery insight.
One more thing for my list of accomplishments.
Then there's more up. Bastion of the Natural. So I don't think that this is effectively the breadth of the map. There's a mentor running around. They're probably doing a map meta. That or some sort of run. Oh, an updraft generator. Gloaming Isle. Oh, yeah, land shark. Oh, sorry, an Aether Hunter. Sky Chack. Chack. I hate dealing with the Chack. There are a few players remaining on this map. That does not surprise me. I don't think most people have taken to the metas on this map that well. Eland? You can. Good. Ooh. Can I reach that? I don't think I can. Not if I'm going to drop that quickly. I can land there to rest, though. Oh, that's a way to get up there. Oh, that's an elite sky scale. That was a mistake. Whoa, buddy. Lord help me, I might actually be able to fight this thing.
Shape here.
That's interesting. I don't recall being able to solo those before. Eh? What's this? Can't move while I'm doing this. Hi, what is this? The slingshot. Exposed defenses. Fire. Fire to target the projectile disintegrates after a second. Reload, getting 10 more shots. Why is this here? Is this to shoot that elite? Or is there something else going on here? Sea of clouds. Huh. I feel like if I'm standing still, it's gonna absolutely roll me. Oh, there's a thing over there. And more folks. Ooh, mithril vein. Green. So we had that, and then up here there's a tower. Crocus. Overmere meditation circle. There do in fact be people meditating in here. That's a thing. Yeah, that's an insight. So where's my climbing point? Oh. I think I might have found my climbing point. Yikes. That's a hell of a flight. There's also updrafts in the area. That's interesting. Hold on. Arcane treasures. Should probably do flight training. It's more of the flash in the pan that comes with having the sky scale. The infirmary. Creature corral. We'll purge corruption from the animals and return them home. Oh boy. Freaking Chak.
That feels good. Ash Legion, fall in!
Purge corruption.
Back me up!
Come on, man. Got one before I was taken out.
I need help. Can't breathe.
That's not gonna go well for me. All right. This. They're concoctions. Medicines, you say? Some definition of the term medicine? There's a rift in that direction.
Flaming piles of...
Oh dear. The Bastion of Knowledge completed. Eh? Oh yeah, there are people here. And Avatar of Rage.
That looks good.
Ocean Trench. Heart of a volcano.
Ta-da.
That's how it's done.
I'm helping. Amnesis incursion done. Ooh. Oops, that's not what I want. J? That away, huh? Oh, it looks like it might be a fair bit away. Yes, I know. I need more training. Speaking of. That way, huh? Let's let her Cryptus. Ooh. Dagnabbit. The Bastion of Balance discovered.
I need any ward in the area on my position now. I've got a plan, but I need help.
Good luck with that. That's a champion. I don't want to deal with that right now. Uh-oh. Aha. I see a red ring. The red ring means I found things to fight. Emanation of cruelty.
That feels good. Oh, that had to hurt. Urge to kill rising.
Boy, back off. Who else wants some?
Strong. Kill rising.
Part of a volcano.
Commander, Wayfinder. Ugh. The rifts you're sealing are enabling Zizzle to pick up on stronger astral frequencies. It's helpful.
I'm seeing very dense clouds of consciousness, emotions, swirling. But they're getting darker.
Keep it up. We'll find Mabon in no time at this rate.
Oh god, it's this thing. I don't like this fight. The fight's annoying. He does a lot with putting a bunch of damage fields down. Like that.
I achieve. I'm an achiever.
Amnetus incursions. One more. That way. Well, that tracks. Okay, fine. Amnetus is bigger than it lets on. Harmony Green. Oh, well, here we are. Would you get off of me? Oh, I'm about to get my ass handed to me.
That fits good.
Oh, come on. Hey, we have backup. The healing of Amnetus.
Strong. That fits good.
Oh, Pitch of Stardust. Cool. Thank you, Arrow. Be great at the Chak would just freaking vanish because I don't like fighting them. My friend turned into a blender. Spin to win. Be gone. Oh yeah, there's nothing to kill. Sit down. Quit dodging and die.
That looks valuable.
Rift is opening. Two, one, and Elite Avatar of Gluttony.
Iron Legion, put your best into it.
That fits good.
Hey. No.
Not enough energy. Now that's a combo. Oh, that had to hurt.
Be gone, Rift. Amnesis Incursion, 3 out of 3. Well, if I did 2 more, I would get some fun stuff, I think. That said, I've been going at it for a little while longer than I should have at this point. A couple more? I think a couple more. Bastion of the Obscure discovered. Boom. Bastion of the Celestial discovered. And go this way. Keep going until I find it. Aha. Oh god, there's a champion sky scale sitting right next to it. Cryptus Rift. Ooh. Oh, hi friend.
That feels good. Iron Legion, put your best into it.
Like Cormier burns.
That feels good. That feels good.
Not sure if others are helping or not on this one. Don't see anybody else.
That feels good. That feels good.
Iron Legion, put your best into it.
Oh, for the love of. Well, hell. Nice whiff.
got him. Just a few more.
Do not lose your grip, Sissel. Root yourself.
Oh, incoming another rift target. Can I solo this? We'll find out. Not if it's that fucker.
That feels good.
Ash Legion, fall in!
Oh, maybe I can solo him. Come on, man. Stay out of the damage fields. Nice try.
Iron Legion, put your best into it!
Come on, man. Work with me here. Stop dodging, you coward.
That feels good.
That was dumb.
That's how it's done.
4 out of 4. One more.
You can never have too much treasure.
Oh. That is very up. I'm gonna make it that far up. Could certainly try. Ah. Come on, I need that. Thank you. Thank you, and thank you. Oh no. It's this again.
Demons, look out!
Oh god, let me up. Or not, I guess.
Too strong.
Take that!
I'm in bad shape here.
Yeah, okay. Good lord. I know where I am. I know how to get there relatively quickly. Okay. Yeah, the only downside being I don't have the materials to get back up there, I don't think. Not strictly. What other ways are there to get up there? I don't think there are any. You need to wait for the orbs to come back. I don't know if they will. Or if they do, they take a while. Yeah, it's pointing up there. It's all fine and dandy, but I can't get up there. It's kind of a problem. Something else if I had something to land on, but I don't. Stop. Can't do it. Oh? Well, that's cute and all, but does it help me much?
Attention board. Preliminary signs of
Oh, it does.
multiple rift anomalies. Possible equipment malfunction. Never seen preliminary data show simultaneous interdimensional erosion on this scale. I'm running diagnostics, but we should move to readiness level 1.
That feels good.
Prepare for incursion.
Well, if I'm all the way up here, that much I can say.
Wombat in position. Kill rising. Strong.
I'm just sitting still for this. I hope you know.
Ash Legion falling.
That feels good.
feels good. Iron Legion, put your best into it.
Look, I just want to finish off one more rift and I'm done for the night. Uh-oh. Caught his attention.
Ash Legion, fall in.
Wait, Commander, we found him.
Is everything okay? Zojja, take a breath.
It's not okay. I don't approve of what they're doing to him.
We'll
meet you outside before we head in.
That didn't sound good.
No, it didn't. Avatar Gluttony.
Iron Legion, put your best into it.
That feels good.
Back me up.
Ooh, that's not good. Fighting two elites at the same time and somehow surviving. Ish.
Strong.
Ah. Okay, suppose I should have expected that.
Help me, please.
And dead. Okay, fine. Just need to close that last rift, that's it. And there's two elites sitting on it. So I've already participated in part of the process of sealing it. Provided participation works the way I think it does, I might actually still be good. Ah, they're back. Good, at least I can get up there quicker. Oh, did somebody just get there? Yeah, it looks like somebody might have done it for me. Yeah. Yeah, it looks like they just got here right as I died. What are you doing and why?
That feels good.
I'm confused about this spot. Oh. Wait a minute. Are you seeing things out there? Oh. Oh, cool. Oh, that's cool. Just an extra little treasure set. That's what that was for. Okay. Well, Learned by mimicry. Honestly, should probably just port back to this. Bastion of the Natural. And I think we've done a fair bit of progress for the night. So with that, I am going to go ahead and hold on. No.
Go forth.
Somebody seemed like they were running up to me like they knew me. Sorry, give me just a moment there. Either way, I am going to go ahead and bring us back here. So, thank you everybody for joining me on the adventure for the evening. I certainly hope you've enjoyed your time. And as always, if you have, don't forget to follow along and spread the word. I always hope to grow the community, and I certainly hope that it has been fun to see me, well, dig a little deeper into the mysteries of the obscure and make some progress in the process. I am on Twitter, I send my VODs up to YouTube for safekeeping. I have a Discord server, and I'm on a host of social media accounts. Links to those are in the bio under the stream, as well as my wonderfully done socials command, which nets you, well, everything everywhere all at once. And finally, to those who chat, I appreciate you. To those who lurk, I appreciate you. And to those who watch the VODs, I appreciate you. And I certainly hope that I can see you here live someday should the opportunity ever arise. And with that, let's find our raid target for the evening, shall we? Make sure that everything is on the up and up. List is up to date and all that. Light's playing the Outlast Trials. Got Lethal Company in the mix. Got VR chat out there for a good Saturday evening. Dark and Darker. I've heard of that game. Not a whole lot, but I've heard of it. Haven's playing Baldur's Gate 3. Seika doing Final Fantasy 14. Foxy's doing P3R. That's one that I'm doing too, so I don't want to get too far ahead of myself there. Let's see here. We've got... You know what? How long has Space Yin been playing? I don't tend to do this just because, I mean, I'm a drop in the ocean, but I don't know. There's something special about Silent Hill 2, and I like this streamer's vibe, so either way, I think we could find a way to chill to it. So we are going to go see Space Yin. Screen to screen playing Silent Hill 2. Here's our raid message for the evening. Feel free to copy it up and paste it down as we make our way over. And if you don't have access to my emotes, feel free to use what you've got available to you. It's not about putting my face all over it, but spreading the love moving forward. So, I appear to have everything in order. Looks like the doors are open, the portal is shining in the distance, and I'll say to you all once more, be you denizens, be you hunters, be you visitors, thank you all for joining me here once again in Daemona Marina. Now, let's go greet another, shall we? Take care out there, and try to be a light in the darkness when you can be.